Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're all doing super well today. So, we are in new moon energy. So, this is a reading for the new moon um, today, which is new moon in Aries. So, we're a fire sign. Although we're going to sit in Aries for a couple of hours and then we're going to move into Taurus. So, this is kind of a split new moon in that respect. We had one a month or so ago that was similar, where we sat in or the new moon came into a sign and sat there for a couple of hours and then moved into a different sign. So we're seeing energy from both these signs. So we've got Aries and Taurus. We're going to be moving into Taurus in a couple of hours, depending on when you're watching this video. Which is very interesting to me, because not only is this new moon energy, so this is new beginnings, this is preparation for the next phase of energy, but we're also about to move into on a larger scale, the next energetic phase, which I've been banging on about for about a month now, if not longer. The end of this month, so the end of April, beginning of May, we're moving into the next energetic phase, which is more action orientated. I know you've heard me say this a million times, but it's a very important time, which is why I keep going on about it. So this new moon starts in Aries, so it gives us a real fiery start, and then moves into Taurus. Now Taurus, I find this very interesting because Taurus is an earth sign and is very much orientated around having a stable physical life, I mean, a stable home life and a stable partnership and partnerships with, relationships with the people around them, stable career, all this kind of stuff. Taurus is known as being quite stubborn, but in much the same way that Libra and all the other signs have different traits that are misinterpreted by the other signs. This is one that is misinterpreted. It's not stubbornness so much that Taurus holds, but steadfastness. So this new moon is bringing with it this Taurus energy that is greatly going to lend itself as we move into the next energetic phase, which is looking more at what's going on in our physical reality. So I mean, let's just dive in, shall we? Yeah, see, look at this. Straight away, no mucking around. Cave, sanctuary. So excuse me. So with this new moon energy then, this is where we've been, right? We've been in this cave sanctuary kind of energy for a good couple of weeks, if not longer. And it looks like we're still in it, but we are moving out of it because we've got here Milky Way perspective. So the time in our cave is definitely serving us well. We are gaining clarity on lots of different things: our past, our present, our desires, what we need to purge, what we want to maybe I was going to say what we want to hold on to, which is not really the right phrasing, but what is working for us, what are we, I don't know how to word it, what's part of the tool set, right? The tool set that helps us to live our best lives and be the best version of ourselves and walk the divine path that's been laid for us. What fits into that and what doesn't, so therefore what needs to be purged. We have way more perspective on these things now. And the new moon energy, I feel, is only going to amplify this, especially as with the last full moon, which was a full moon in Libra. I mean, if you haven't seen that reading, it might be worth watching it just to see, how that affected us a couple of weeks ago. It might give some perspective as to where you're at right now, especially if you're just coming into this stuff, you know, this kind of conscious awareness of the witchy woo. Now might be worth watching that video. It's up here on YouTube somewhere. The full moon brought with it balance and purge. I mean, as a full moon always does, it always brings purge, but because it was in Libra, it brought balance with it too. So there was this very calm, kind of collected way of logically going through the things that we don't really need anymore, things that are no longer serving us, and just purging it out, just getting rid, because it, you know, it's not serving. If it's not serving, then it's hindering. So now we have this this greater perspective, because we're not being clouded by those things. If you see, we've purged those things now, so it's a lot easier for us to see, you know, what does serve us, because that's the only thing that's left. If you've been doing the work, that is. If you've been doing the work. So let's see what else we have, kind of overall energy. Oh, hello. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Okay, so that's a water sign. That speaks to, sorry you can't see this very well, and I know I say this every time, that looked fine until I took my hand away, and then it, yeah, I can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, just a dodgy camera. So this full moon in Cancer card here, again, full moon, purge, so that's why we see this resolution here. Something reaching its end, the end of a cycle. Cancer's a water sign. So it's very emotional, kind of motherly sort of energy that comes with Cancer. Very family orientated, matriarch, divine feminine type energy. So again, you know, because of this greater perspective and clarity that we have on ourselves in general and our journey, it's a lot easier for us to bring any personal situations to resolution, right? Because we have a much clearer mindset when it comes to the nitty-gritty details of our lives. So we can take this as talisman energy. I'm going to pop this over here, all the way over here. So let's have a look then and see what this, what specifically is this new moon bringing to the table? Because you know, looking at this here, I feel that this is, I mean, I was just pulling cards. As you guys know, I am an intuitive reader. I try not to drive, you know, the spreads or anything like that, because then it starts telling me what I'm looking for, you know. So I always go into a reading not looking for anything specifically, because I don't want to, like, God mod it. But it does seem to me that this is like a recap of this is what the energy is currently doing, rather than looking at what the new moon is actually bringing. So let's have a look at that. What's what energy is it gifting us? And the fact that it starts in Aries and continues into Taurus is a very interesting mix, especially given that this energetic phase is ending. So it's bringing solitude energy, so much like the cave sanctuary energy. It's bringing more of the same, really, aiding us in just being quiet and being on our own and having a think, you know, about what we want for ourselves. It's very important, no pressure, but it's very important that we know what we want in the physical reality, because moving into this next energetic phase, things are going to start changing in the physical reality. Things are going to start happening, And if we're not clear with ourselves with what we want, we're at the mercy of spirit, really. Spirit's just going to, you know, bring to us whatever is fleeting in our minds. And if you're a warrior, or you're pretty anxious about things, and you're always thinking about the negative what ifs of life, all of that shit's just going to happen in the next phase, like over the summer. It's all just going to happen. So this is why this is very important, that we're in this solitude energy. So we're not listening to anybody else. We're not listening to what other people, you know, think is best for us and whatever. That we have a clear idea as to what we truly desire, because then that will be brought to us over the summer, and not the negative stuff. Let's see what else. Oh, this is a very jumpy deck. I say that, all of the decks so far that I've picked up. Oh, this one went on the floor. Childhood innocence. Okay, so that's more of getting into what we desire, you know, because many of us, when we grow up and we start like adulting, right, we forget the things that we wanted when we were kids. And I know kids want stupid things, like, you know, I want to, maybe it's not a stupid thing, but, you know, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be a tiger when I grow up, or something. You know, kids don't have any sort of, they don't apply any kind of logic, you know, to this stuff. And as we get older, we start to think to ourselves, oh, well, if I want to be an astronaut, that means I've got to join NASA, and I've got to, you know, graduate college or whatever, and I need all of these degrees, and I need to be super smart, and, you know, I need to be a mathematician, and blah 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 blah. And then we get put off of these things, but it's not really those things that I'm talking about, right? This is more, when you were a child, you had that very childlike innocence where you weren't sullied by the vicissitudes of life. You weren't concerned with paying bills and money and having a job and your time being taken up by other people. You know, kids are very self-centered. They're not, there's a difference between being selfish and being self-centered, right? Kids are self-centered in that they don't have the capacity to think about other people, and where that factors in. So because of that, it's an excellent mindset to be in, by the way. I mean, not 100% of the time, but it's a necessary mindset to be in for you to figure out what it is that you want. Because if you're the other end of the scale and you're thinking about other people all the time, and you're, you know, well, what are these people going to think of me, and what do they want for me, and blah 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 blah, we end up shelving the things that we truly want, to the point where we forget what we truly want, because we're too busy trying to please everybody else. So kids don't think that way, you know. I mean, up to a certain age, brain development comes into this as well, you know, like up until the age of 5, 6-ish, you know, kids can't lie, and, you know, so brain development does come into this a little bit. But spiritually speaking, we need to take on, or well, I say we need to, I mean, spirit is gifting us this energy, right? So if we're consciously working with that energy, then put ourselves back into our 7 or 8-year-old selves. What did you want? What did you enjoy doing? Did you enjoy drawing? Did you enjoy being creative? Probably all kids are creative. It's not until we you know, grow up a bit that things get in the way, and we start telling ourselves all these negative things like, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at drawing, I'm not good at music, I'm not good at art, I'm not good at whatever. And then we stop doing these things. Kids don't give a shit about that. They just enjoy something, so they do it. They don't care if they're crap at it or not. So we need to be more in that mindset. If we can work with this energy, we can figure out what we really truly want for ourselves, and shed all of that negative thought and logic. You know, What did you want when you were a kid? What did you enjoy doing when you were a kid? When you were in that very beautiful, innocent mindset and energy, what did you get up to? All right, yeah, you played with Barbies or toy cars or whatever, right? I'm talking about what was the essence of your soul at that point. What did you enjoy? You know, what lit the fire under you that then told you, I want to do this when I grow up? So we need to get back in touch with that, and that's why we have this solitude energy, because we can't get in touch with this when we're listening to other people. You need to be on your own to figure this stuff out. So let's see what else we've got. Let's dip into the Cosmic Cloud Oracle, which, by the way, we have literally 2 weeks left to realise this deck. This is a deck that I made myself. It's the first one I've ever made. It's mostly upside down, sorry for that. It encompasses the 5 elements of earth, air, water, fire and spirit, and covers all facets of this physical and metaphysical reality that we experience. So if you want your own deck, then follow the crowdfunder link below. We literally, like I say, have 2 weeks left to hit the goal. If we don't hit the goal, this will continue to be the only one in existence. No one will get a deck. So I know I keep saying this, I keep reminding you guys in each video, but again, no pressure. But it's completely in your hands as to whether or not this deck gets made. I've just thrown half of it on the floor. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, hello. Grounding. Okay. All right, so we have an earth card here, grounding. Okay, so despite everything that I've just said, now we have a bit more information. We are being absolutely gifted this childlike, innocent, non-logical thinking kind of energy, but it is very grounded. So how to articulate this? It's grounded, so this means that the energy is not kind of away with the fairies, right? So we're not going to get lost in it, like, oh yeah, but when I was a kid I wanted to do this, but I can't do that now because of blah blah blah. It's giving way to this logical thought after the fact, so we can not dismiss it. So it's helping it. This is the Taurus right here, right? The grounding. It's helping us to root those ideas in. See, and it's the Aries that's bringing the ideas and is bringing the memories of what was, you know, lighting your fire when you were a kid, right? Aries, fire sign. And then the grounding, there's the Taurus vibes coming in and influencing the taking root of those ideas. Beautiful. Let's just draw. Let's draw one more and see what else. I suspect that's probably it, but we'll see. Oop. I keep dropping cards on the floor. All of these decks are so talkative today. Oh, I've just completely trashed that card by rolling my chair over it. Oops. Oh, never mind. I am one of those people that like really lives with my decks, so none of these decks are pristine anymore. They don't stay pristine for long. Maybe I should shuffle a bit more over the mat. Let's try that. Okay, anything else that this moon is bringing us? Okay, oh look at that. New moon in Aries. You can't see that, hang on, let me hold it up. It's a new moon in Aries, which is exactly what we're in. It's time to take action. Okay, so, right. It is time to take action, but in the next energetic phase, we're in new moon, so this is preparing us to be taking action rather than it's actually time to take action right now. Okay, so let's put this into perspective. Reading this card completely on its own, then yes. But because we're coupling it with these cards here, I'm seeing that this is more, it's time to take action with thought, right? It's time to go into solitude if you haven't already. It's time to get grounded in these ideas and things that you're having instead of just them being pipe dreams, right? It's time to start thinking about what you want. I feel that there is a large part of the collective that's been avoiding all of this for a multitude of reasons, but it's time to pack that in and really get in touch with what you want. So let's see then how this energy is going to affect us. So this is what it's bringing to us, but let's see what this energy is actually doing for us. You know, how, like, conscious or not, how are we actually experiencing this energy? So we can also couple this with what's it for. I mean, I know this is in a way it's all one and the same thing, but let's try the Starseed Oracle. Let's see, how are we being affected by this energy? Is that one upside down? Yes. Just one card facing the wrong way. Okay. Oh, goodness. Wait. Okay. Wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven. Right. I feel that this fella's come up because of what I was just saying here about it's time to take action, but it's referring to this. I feel that there are perhaps some of you watching this reading that have disagreed with me, right? This is for you guys, okay? It's not about who's right and who's wrong, it's about receiving the message in the correct way, yes? So it's not time yet, things are being woven. They're being woven by you. You need to think about what it is that you want for yourself. You can't just say, I just want things to change. I just don't want things to continue the way that they currently are. Come on, next energetic phase, choppy chop, let's go. Change things for me. Spirit doesn't know how to change them. It will change them for you based on what your energy is carrying. If you're carrying that kind of energy, you're impatient, you're frustrated, and you're angry. And so it's going to bring things that reflect impatience, frustration, and anger. So you're the one that's weaving this right now. So you need to stop and you need to be on your own and you need to think about the things that you really want for yourself. To really dig into what it is that you desire, you need to reflect on when you were a kid. Because that kind of energy is not an energy that you carry anymore as an adult. And so now when you think about the things that you want, you base it off of very adulty things like money and people's approval, what the people are doing around you, and whether you doing what it is that you think that you might want, how that's going to affect them. When you're a kid, you don't care about any of that stuff. So if you can get into that mindset first and then think about all of the adulty things afterwards, then you can compromise and you can cobble something together. And it's at its root, it's something that you truly want to do. It's something that you truly desire. It's not based off of your current situation. It's not based off of what everybody else is doing. and what other people think. Because like I say, kids don't give a shit about that. So wait, things are still being woven by you. Right, I know this is part of our next kind of draw set, but I feel that does need to go together. So let's see if there's anything else from the same deck. How are we being affected by this energy? What's it for? How is it helping us move forward? Don't you dare go on the floor. Yeah, it's all the same message, right? The void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So winter is withdrawal, it's cave sanctuary, it's island, solitude. This is how it's affecting us. It's moving us back within ourselves so that we can think about this stuff. Honestly, I don't think we're going to get anything else other than this for this reading. This is going to be an extremely short and sweet reading. But I feel that this is what it is right here. I mean, I'm going to keep pulling cards and we'll see if we get anything different, but I really feel that this is it right here. This is what it's for. This is the energy it's bringing. Yeah, okay, so we have synchronicity here. This is the Cosmic Cloud Oracle again. Synchronicity. Excuse me. This is the fifth element, the element of spirit. Synchronicity. So everything's moving together. Everything. This is like these are like all the different moving parts, right? Of one thing. So we're seeing this synchronicity where everything has its place and everything has its role. So we're being assured here that this has its place and it has its role. There is a real important reason as to why we're receiving this new moon energy right now in Aries, then in Taurus, why it's taking this kind of shape, why it brings with it this greater perspective and clarity, where things are reaching resolution, we're going within ourselves, we're being told to stay patient and not do anything in the physical reality yet, but we need to take action on actually deciding on what it is that we want for ourselves, because the next energetic phase is literally a couple of weeks away and things are going to start changing. It's going to be gradual. Things aren't just going to boom change overnight. They're not. So those of you who worry about things, right, stop it. There's nothing to worry about. Things aren't going to change overnight. It's just things are going to start to change with this next energetic phase, whereas right now it's like the pause button's been hit on the physical reality. Nothing's really happening. There's things in the works, yes, but nothing's actually changed for you in your day-to-day, has it? Not yet, but it will. So you need to know what it is that you want. So I think that that really wraps things up. We know what we need to be doing. We know why these things are happening. Is, you know, in preparation for the next energetic phase. I know I sound like a broken record. So let's draw a card here from the Unicorn Oracle. Nice little bit of reassurance to wrap this up with. Let's just see what, if there's anything else the Spirit wants to say. Yeah. Finish what you started. You started something important and now is the time to complete it. That important thing that you started was thinking about yourself and what it is that you want for yourself. It's important. You need to continue that endeavour. So I hope that this serves you well, you guys. Like I say, it's short and sweet. but we've got our answer, right? We know what we're doing. We know what we need to be doing. We know what the energy is doing for us. So I hope it serves you well, you guys, in the days to come. And I'll see you guys in what's the next video? Twin Flame Tuesday is coming up tomorrow. If you are a member of the Cosmic Clan, then you will have access to that video today via Discord. If you want to be a member of the Cosmic Clan, then go and check out Patreon. Link is in the description below. When you sign up to Patreon and become a patron, you automatically become a member of the Cosmic Clan, which resides mostly on Discord, and you have access to exclusive channels. You get access to all of my YouTube content 24 hours before everybody else, and you also get yourself a nifty Discord role as well. So worth checking that out. It supports me, and it supports the community, and keeps me bringing you this content. So anyway, I will love and leave you. Remember that you are valued, you are important, and you have the capacity to receive everything that you desire. You just got to be in the right mindset, right? So have a wonderful rest of your day, you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.